Tomorrow is the 4th of July, and that means business is booming for fireworks sellers. The price of fireworks had been on the rise the last few years due to the pandemic and supply chain issues. But this year, you may not have to break the bank. NBC 15's Kira's Harmon joins us now. Kira's, Americans are expected to spend billions on fireworks this 4th of July.
Yeah, they are, Kim. $100 million more than last year. And yet each person will be spending a little less than before. People getting out bright and early this morning, hoping to get their hands on some
fireworks.
There's just something about Americans celebrating their pride and patriotism and independence with fireworks.
This 4th of July, according to the American Pyrotechnics Association, more folks are using fireworks.
For backyard consumer fireworks, Americans will spend roughly $2.3 billion.
Which Heckman says is $100 million more compared to last year's sales.
The 3rd and the 4th are generally our biggest days of the year.
Travis Pierce is the manager at Bama Joe's Fireworks off of Highway 90. Before 11 this morning, there were already 10 cars in the parking lot.
The rain doesn't stop people. Nothing stops people here.
But something that turned people away last 4th of July nationwide was high prices.
We've been able to actually lower our prices a little bit from last year. Last year they were at a record high, it seemed like, and this year we've actually got them a little bit lower.
In 2022, the American Association of Pyrotechnics said overall costs in the firework industry were up 35%. Heckman says you can't point the finger solely at the pandemic.
It was the supply chain challenges, and because of the ports being so backed up, and also the ocean shipping freight charges were astronomical. For fireworks, they were more than double.
One thing that's helped out a lot, I know shipping prices have come down some, so that's helped us. They come down at least 25%, 30% over the past year or so.
Heckman says last year, due to the supply chain challenges, the firework industry decided to bypass congested West Coast ports.
They chartered private vessels that carried nothing but consumer fireworks, 200 to 250 containers on each ocean ship. And we used the port of Mobile, Alabama and New Orleans to get those products in.
Prices for fireworks this year can range anywhere from 50 cents to $300. Kim?
Karis, thank you. Now, there are several fireworks shows planned across our area tomorrow. Here in Mobile, the celebrations begin at 4 o'clock at Cooper Riverside Park. There will also be a kids zone at Mardi Gras Park. In Pritchard, the party starts at High Point Park in 8 Mile at 5 o'clock. Fairhope's party kicks off at 7:30 at Henry George Park and Fairhope Municipal Pier. Each of those events will be capped off by a fireworks show at 9 o'clock. You can also catch shows at the same time in Daphne at the Al Treon Sports Complex and at the Gulf State Park Fishing and Education Pier. Now, of course, it's hard to have a good fireworks show if it is raining. So let's go now to NBC 15 Chief Meteorologist Alan Seals. Alan, what are we expecting this Independence Day?
I think just like all the ones in the past, it's going to be wet for part of the day, not necessarily all the day. Look at radar, a handful of showers and thunderstorms, but tomorrow there will be many more than that. The wet weather we have this evening will continue to drift northward and fade away, so most of us will have a dry evening. As you start planning your beach outing for tomorrow, 50% coverage of thunderstorms. Not all day, but for part of the day, so lightning is a big threat, and so is that extreme UV index. Now here's your forecast overnight into tomorrow. Early morning, things are looking pretty quiet. It's also that time of year where morning showers offshore could produce waterspouts, so don't let that surprise you. As we head toward midday, we see isolated thunderstorms, and then in the heat of the afternoon, it becomes more numerous. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will drift northward. Now this is 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. The odds of getting wet, about 40%. As we head toward 9 o'clock, it'll mostly be our inland counties that could see some thunderstorms and could see a view like this from Luke Getchajian on Dauphin Island. That's lightning. That's dangerous. I've got more on your forecasts in just a few minutes.
If you're planning to put on your own fireworks show, the Mobile Fire Rescue Department has some advice. Do it safely. Don't allow children to handle fireworks, and teenagers should have adult supervision. Do not shoot guns as a form of celebration. If you're having a cookout, give your grill or fryer at least 10 feet of space and keep water or a fire extinguisher nearby. And of course, do not drink and drive. Remember, fireworks are only allowed within Mobile city limits tonight and tomorrow. Mobile firefighters are not the only ones. Safety experts across the nation are urging caution. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither shows us why it is so important to be safe with fireworks.
From bottle rockets to aerial fireworks, fun can turn dangerous in an instant if the explosive devices aren't properly used.
Last year, we had at least 11 deaths associated with it and over 10,000 trips to the emergency room with fireworks-related injuries.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says many of those hurt by fireworks in the month around July 4th last year were children, with sparklers accounting for about 600 of ER visits. 38% of the injuries were burns, with hands, fingers, head, face, and ears most often hurt.
Fireworks aren't toys and they're not for children. They're burning at 2,000 degrees, it's like a blowtorch.
If you plan to set off your own fireworks, experts say to first make sure that they're legal in your area. Keep a bucket of water or hose handy in case of a fire. Light fireworks one at a time, then move back quickly. Never try to relight or pick up fireworks that haven't fully ignited, and never use fireworks when under the influence.
That's actually where we see a lot of the injuries and deaths associated with fireworks.
Experts say the safest way to enjoy fireworks is to leave them to the professionals. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission also says to beware of illegal fireworks. The agency says last year about 43% of fireworks tested by their researchers were found to contain illegal parts, which could cause severe injuries. For the latest updates on these stories and more, be sure to follow NBC 15 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and at mynbc15.com.